What if I told you that the biggest thief of your energy isn't work, age, or lack of time, but a secret app running inside your brain? A program you never installed, yet it controls your cravings, drains your motivation, and still makes you ask for more. Its name? Dopamine. The very molecule meant to help you reach big goals has turned into the currency of instant pleasure, endless scrolling, endless coffee, impulse shopping. Each click feels harmless, but it's like swiping a mental credit card. Use now, pay with years of active life. Today, you'll discover how this invisible enemy hijacks your desires and how to reprogram your mind to regain focus, energy, and purpose, starting right now, even if you know nothing about neuroscience. There's a secret app running in every adult brain. It doesn't ask permission, never announces when it's installed, and the more you use it, the stronger it gets. Its name is dopamine, the currency of quick pleasure. Every like, every extra cup of coffee, every impulse buy is a tap on this hidden app. After 40, when your brain's natural chemistry slows down, this clandestine program finds the perfect ground to take over, like a system vulnerable to every notification. Dopamine itself isn't evil. It's the signal that sparks curiosity and pushes you to pursue goals and learn new things. The trouble begins when it becomes a short-term manager, rewarding only instant pleasure. Think of endless scrolling, every swipe is a request for more currency. As natural dopamine production dips with age, the brain gladly takes microdoses, like someone accepting pennies when their wallet is empty. That's why the pull of more coffee, more shopping, more feed becomes almost irresistible. This hidden app is sophisticated. It knows your schedule, your weak spots, your tired moments. It knows when to whisper just 5 more minutes, turning a simple pause into a marathon of distractions. The mind becomes captive without noticing, and ironically, the harder you resist on the surface, the more fuel you give it. That's exactly where the next step begins, understanding how to regain control and rewrite this system before it dictates every choice. Once the dopamine app is active, it launches the just a little more cycle. It's that voice that says, watch 1 more episode, scroll 5 more minutes, eat 1 more bite. Each microdose of pleasure works like a tiny shot of anesthesia for real life. Without noticing, you trade hours of building your future for millimeters of instant comfort, and every tap tightens the invisible chain. Social media is designed for this: infinite feeds, bright colors, reward sounds. Ultra-processed foods do it too: salt, sugar, and fat tuned to set off fireworks in your brain. Even TV series join in, ending episodes on hooks that beg for just 1 more. The result? Discipline eaten away by small escapes. It's like trying to fill a bucket with holes. No matter how hard you work, the energy leaks through quick pleasures. This cycle is addictive precisely because it feels harmless. Who hasn't thought, just today, or I deserve it? But the daily sum of these small escapes builds a wall between you and your goals. With every just a little more, real life drifts farther away and dopamine conducts like a maestro. This is where the next step opens up, learning how to break the pattern and rebuild a routine that rewards genuine achievement. There's a silent addiction that few confess: comfort. It shows up dressed as success but acts as a slow sedative. After 40, when the brain seeks predictable routines to save energy, this trap grows stronger. Driving the same route to work, sticking with the same social circle, repeating the same weekend plans feels harmless, but it's like living with the parking brake on. Little by little, the mind convinces itself that taking risks is dangerous. Chronic comfort kills ambition because it removes the friction that creates growth. Without challenges, the brain stops building new connections and stops releasing dopamine for real achievements. Picture a professional who has mastered their job but refuses promotions or new projects to avoid headaches. In the short term, it seems wise. In the long term, it's an invitation to stagnation. This addiction is even trickier because society applauds it. You deserve to relax, enjoy your stability. Of course, rest is vital, but when rest becomes the rule, it turns into a cage. The mind starts preferring the safety of the known to the adventure of the new, suffocating dreams before they're even born. And right at this crossroads, the next point emerges: how to reignite ambition and push your brain to work in your favor again. There's a huge difference between natural dopamine and synthetic dopamine, and most people never notice. Natural dopamine comes from exercise, learning, and purposeful work. It builds slowly, strengthens resilience, and delivers lasting satisfaction. Synthetic dopamine is an instant blast, the like on a social post, the sugar rush of candy, the quick hit of pornography, the buzz of alcohol. One tap, one bite, one drink, and boom, pleasure now, heavy cost later. The problem is that synthetic dopamine creates a black hole of motivation. A brain used to fireworks grows impatient with rewards that take effort. Long projects feel boring, books feel heavy, even deep conversations feel dull. It's as if the brain's power plant has been rewired to run only on spikes, leaving everything else on low battery. No wonder so many people feel drained after hours of fun. This imbalance isn't just chemical, it's existential. Every time you choose synthetic dopamine, your brain reinforces the belief that action is only worthwhile if the payoff is immediate. Over time, meaningful goals, building a business, changing careers, strengthening relationships, start to look too distant to matter. And that's where the next step unfolds, rebooting the system and trading artificial highs for real, energizing achievements. Every minute of easy pleasure is like swiping a mental credit card. You buy instant well-being and delay the bill. But the interest is paid in time and health. That binge-watching session that steals your sleep, the ultra-processed snack that inflames your body, the drinks that drain tomorrow's energy, all become accumulating debt. You don't see the bill arrive, but your vitality balance drops a little with every invisible swipe. The brain loves the illusion of use now, pay later, because the charge isn't immediate. But just like financial debt, the bill grows with compound interest. In the body, it shows up as poor sleep, weight gain, memory fog, chronic anxiety. In the mind, it becomes procrastination, lack of focus, and fading motivation. What felt like harmless entertainment turns into a high-risk investment against your own longevity. The trickiest part is that this mental credit card seems to have no limit. You can spend years of future energy without noticing. Only when you try to start a project, switch careers, or improve your health do you discover that your account is overdrawn. And that's where the next point begins, learning to pay in advance with a dopamine detox, so you can reclaim vitality before the deadline hits. Eventually, you have to face the bill. The first step is a dopamine detox, a set time when you pause, or sharply cut back, on synthetic pleasures. Start simple, a weekend off social media, no processed sugar, 1 cup of coffee a day. At first, your body protests, but within days a long-lost mental clarity appears. It's like closing all the apps draining your phone and suddenly making the battery last all day. Then comes natural dopamine, your most powerful ally for focus and vitality. Walks outdoors, strength training, learning something new, reading rich books like Deep Work or Anti-Fragile, creative projects. Each of these wins is an early payment on your mental health account. And unlike quick pleasures, their satisfaction doesn't vanish, it accumulates, making your brain stronger for future challenges. Finally, give the recovered energy a destination, purpose. Without a bigger mission, it will leak away. Maybe it's starting a business, writing a book, volunteering, or changing careers. When your brain understands that daily effort builds something meaningful, it releases dopamine as a long-term reward. And that's where your transformation begins, not someday, but today. Now it's your turn. How much longer will you let an invisible app control your life? How many dreams will stay on hold for just 5 more minutes of quick pleasure? Every small decision today, turning off notifications, swapping an hour of scrolling for a walk, cooking a real meal, is an early payment on your future. Why not start now? Pick one habit to cut and one to build. Share your first step in the comments. A day without social media, a week without sugar, a month with less coffee. Your example could spark someone else to break free too. If this video opened your eyes, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Each week you'll find practical ways to reclaim your energy, sharpen your focus, and add back the years that fast pleasure tries to steal.